This incident happened when I was 16 years old. That night, I was lying in bed with my laptop, a common nighttime routine to help me sleep. At that age, I considered myself invulnerable and often went about things without giving it much thought. This time, I decided to explore the dark web, which is what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. At first, my encounters were mundane, strange advertisements and unusual items for sale. When I got bored, I looked into the more obscure corners of the web and came across links offering such disturbing services as selling fresh human body parts or selling a real snuff movie. Intrigued, I clicked on the link, which ominously warned, "Do not click on this link or else." Despite my hesitation, curiosity took over and I clicked the link. My laptop glitched, turned off and on again, and the ominous link appeared on the screen again. Undeterred, I clicked on it 2 more times. The screen went black and a cloud appeared with a chilling message on it. "I told you not to click the link." Figuring this was just a scare tactic, I waited, but nothing happened. After a few minutes, I closed the laptop, placed it on the nightstand, and headed downstairs for a drink. While enjoying the cold juice, I heard unusual noises coming from my little sister's room, who was supposed to be sleeping. Ignoring it, I went back to the room, opened the laptop again, and then things took an ominous turn. The screen was fine, but an unsettling feeling gnawed at me. The ominous cloud came back with a message: "Don't ignore me." Assuming it was a bot, I tried to log out of the chat room but received a persistent message in response. "What? Thirsty?" I panicked, realizing that my parents were gone and I was responsible for my sister. I asked the chat, "Can you see me?" A chilling reply followed. "You don't have to text. You can talk. I can hear you." Horrified, I muttered, "Oh my God." The reply shattered any illusions that this was a joke. God has nothing to do with this. As I started to put on my sweatpants, a picture of my sleeping sister appeared on the screen. Running to her room, I found her sleeping peacefully. Disturbed, I woke her up, and as we were about to leave, we were interrupted by a noise behind us. Turning around, we saw my parents' bedroom door slowly opening. In a panic, I screamed, and at that moment, a text came to my phone. "No, but if you want me to be your dad, I'm in." As I shifted my gaze, I saw a tall man in black clothes smiling in my parents' room. Fear paralyzed me, but then a chilling message rang out. "I told you not to click the link." In an instant, I scooped up my sister and rushed down the stairs, pursued by the stranger. Miraculously, he managed to slip out and we managed to escape and take refuge at a neighbor's house. We called the police, but after searching the house, the intruder was nowhere to be found. After surrendering the phone and laptop to the authorities, my parents received disturbing reports of our ordeal. To this day, the culprit remains elusive, and I am forever barred from online adventures. The police continued their investigation, but every trace seemed to disappear like a shadow in the night. My parents and I felt the constant tension of not knowing where or when this unknown stalker would reappear. Neighbors began to be more vigilant, and our house seemed like a closed fortress in the fight against the darkness that was prodding us from the shadows of the internet. The fate of this mysterious adversary remained a mystery. Neither he nor his motivations were ever revealed. At one point, the nightmare seemed to be over, but the fear that had embedded itself in our family remained like a ghost, haunting us in our daily lives. After a few weeks, the police gave us a temporary shelter, recommending that we stay under supervision in a high-security environment. Security guards and surveillance cameras became our new reality. However, even while protected, we could not completely escape the shadow of fear that loomed over our family. Over time, news of the horrific incident became less frequent, and our lives slowly but surely returned to normal. However, none of us could forget that nightmarish evening and the silent stalker who invaded our lives through the virtual doors. The experience of that incident made me more cautious online. Instead of unabashed, exploratory joy, I began to realize the potential dangers hidden behind the online world. My family became even closer, supporting each other during the recovery period after the tragedy. Today, when I think back on the incident, I feel grateful that we were able to escape the dark vortex of virtual threats. But the shadow of the past still accompanies us, reminding us how important it is to be careful in a world where even virtual actions can have real consequences. Thus ended my encounter with the dark side of the internet. Although the perpetrator remained at large, we learned to appreciate safety and realize that virtual travel can lead to incredibly real threats. We strive to regain a sense of normalcy, but the experience of that nightmare left its mark forever. Over time, I became more responsible in the online space and educated my friends and family on how to avoid such dangers. The dark web of the internet can be a dangerous maze, and my experience serves as a reminder of the importance of caution in this virtual world. Over time, wounds heal, but some marks remain forever. This is how I was left with a life-changing experience that taught me the importance of caution in the online space. Every click, every connection is now accompanied by caution and care not to get caught in dark networks that can lead to real nightmares.